What is up, my tea-drinking peeps? It is I, Cascarte de Utica, back with another r/Choosing Beggars video. Hope you all enjoy it. Thank you all so much for stopping by, checking it out. I do appreciate that. And instead of telling you to like a video and subscribe to the channel, because we're almost 1,000 subscribers and to check out my gaming channel, I'm gonna skip all of that and, wait a minute. I'm gonna skip all that and, just get right straight into the Choosing Beggar messages. We'll pick up tomorrow whenever you're free, mate, and thank you so much. I will be giving to my sister. She needs one, just moved to Censored. I think someone already has dibs on it, sorry, but I'll definitely let you know if it falls through. Oh, thought I was the first one that contacted you. Well, I will be reporting you. Go ahead. If that's seriously your response to getting something that was free, then I'm glad someone more appreciative took it. Beep off, you beep. You know, guys, this exact same thing happened to me once, but this person is doing it all wrong. See, they should have done what I did. Instead of going after the person who had the free item and gave it to somebody else, they should be reporting the person who got to it before them, just like I did. In fact, better yet, they should be hunting them down and, taking them out nice and easy. Make them do a little disappearing trick. That'd be a lot more beneficial. Hello, can price be discussed? Yes, but then higher bids may win over yours. What price do you suggest? $500. Okay. $200, please. I will come back to you if no one bids higher. Okay, I can come and get it, if it's okay. When can I come and get it? I will come back to you if no one bids higher. When do I get to buy it then? I will get back to you if no one bids higher. Last day of bids will be at the end of June. But I can come to get it this weekend or something. I need this bed fast, too. If you need a bed fast, I suggest you purchase a bed you can afford. If you pay the full price, you get the bed sooner. I cannot deliver the bed before 1st of June either. Okay, I can wait until 1st of June. Did we agree on me buying the bed for $200? No, but you do get the bed for $200 if no one bids higher by the end of June. Can't I buy the bed by the end of May or the start of June? Not unless you pay the full price. Sorry, there's many good cheaper alternatives on this site though. Many give away beds for free too. But I want this bed with the headboard. Then it costs a bit more. Haha, sorry. How much you said $200 if no one bids higher? If no one bids higher by the end of June, what you're asking is if you can get it before that time, and I'm saying I won't take your bid at that time. Yes, but I don't understand why I can't buy it at once. Because I don't want to sell a bed worth over $10,000 for $200. So let me get this straight. First you bid $500 and then you lower your bid to $200 for a $10,000 bed, and then immediately want to know why you can't pick it up. And then when he tells you, you doesn't go through your thick skull, you just ask about it over and over and over again. Either you're stupid and don't know English, or you think that asking something over and over again will make somebody finally change their minds about it. Honestly, this person is probably 8 years old and plays Fortnite and wants to get a shout out from a big YouTuber. I'm just saying. I'm looking for a caterer for my daughter's bar mitzvah that is willing to accept $2,000, 200 guests, and my family's commitment to using their service for any future event. The catering company has to bring their own people to waiter and also has to make some gluten-free meals. We have several people with celiac. If any one of my friends have connections, please let me know. Now, it took me a while to figure this out because math was never my strongest subject, but $2,000 divided by 200 guests is $10 per person. So you want this catering company to make enough food for 200 people while only spending $10 per guest and have people waiter. Oh, and let's not forget it has to be gluten-free. Yeah, there's gonna probably be a bunch of companies just standing in line to take your order. In fact, I'm just gonna go, quit YouTube right now, and I'm gonna go start a catering company so I can specifically fulfill your order. Okay, wait, I'll be right there. Roughly a week ago, I was involved in one of the most ridiculous cases of choosing beggar I've ever witnessed or read on this sub. The original scene went down in Afrikaans, so excuse me if the phrasing is a bit off. Me and my brother are both working adults and live in a city about a 3-hour drive from the town my parents live in. Our parents were on their way back from a short holiday last weekend as it was Mother's Day, and it had been a while since we last saw them. My brother and I asked them to make a slight detour on the way back so we could treat my mom to lunch. We don't usually make a big fuss out of Mother's Day, but as my brother and I had missed my mom's birthday 2 weeks prior due to unrelated work obligations, we conspired with my dad to get her a modest gift from each of us as a sort of belated birthday thing. So as we arrive at the restaurant, there were warm greetings and hugs all around, and we hand my mom the relatively small gifts. 2 neatly wrapped and the other in a gift bag. Just to be clear, there wasn't any opening of gifts, tearing the paper, or anything of the like. We were all peripherally aware of a child screaming in the background, but as it was a fairly family-friendly restaurant, we didn't pay it any mind. Only the screaming gets even closer, and soon we find a woman with a screaming and sobbing child who looked to be around 6 or 7 standing at our table. "Excuse me," she demands. "You can't just go around doing this sort of thing in public." Puzzled glances all around, wondering what the stink she was referring to. I share a look with my brother, seeing him mouth what I realized in hindsight was the name Karen. Because dang if she didn't fit the stereotype perfectly, haircut and all. "I'm sorry, what?" my brother asks in genuine bafflement. "Opening gifts in public." She spits in a way that suggests we might as well have been fornicating at the table. Now he's crying since he didn't get anything. She continues with a vague gesture at the sniffing, slobbering, red-eyed child who looks like he ran afoul of 3 different strains of bronchitis. I was stunned, speechless by the sheer temerity of the woman, but across the table my dad is visibly winding himself up to give this woman the tongue lashing of the century. Being the peacemaker that she is, my mom intercedes, clearly wishing to prevent the scene my dad or I were likely to cause. As it so happened, she had a small packet of chocolates, which they had gotten from the guest house they were staying at, in her handbag. So contrary to what likely anyone else would have done, my mom reaches into the bag and hands the small boy the packet across the table. The tears dry up momentarily and he stares at it, before angrily throwing it to the ground and resuming into sobs. He screams incoherently and gestures at the wrapped gifts which are sitting at the table, on the empty seat to my mom's left. "I think you should rather give him one of those," the woman nonchalantly says, and starts reaching across the table to grab one, which funnily enough contained a somewhat expensive hand cream my mom likes, and would have been far less useful to a child than the chocolates were, though I wouldn't have put it past him trying to eat it. At this point, I grasped her arms around the wrist to prevent her from grabbing the gift. Definitely not hard enough to bruise, but I thought it would get the point across. It didn't. She rears back and attempts to slap me for daring to lay my hands on a woman. I'm not exactly able to effectively defend myself from a sitting position, so I get up. I'm a pretty big guy at around 195 centimeters, 6 foot 4 inches, and 110 kilograms, 240 pounds, and she was a relatively small woman, so I towered over her quite a bit. Contrary to what someone often reads on Reddit, this didn't seem to deter her in the slightest, and she proceeds to attempt to inflict some sort of harm on me with mad flailing, though I was easily able to keep her arms at length. At this point, the staff get involved, and 2 waiters pull the woman, who's screaming and hissing by this point, away from our table. The manager gets involved, and there's a lot of screaming and yelling from both the woman and her child. As one might expect, she immediately starts making ridiculous accusations which gets absolutely no traction, as there have been about 24 other people who have watched this whole thing go down. She eventually firmly asks to leave the premises before the police get involved, and we get offered free dessert as compensation. Definitely the first time in my life I have seen someone act that crazy, firsthand. Happy to supply a story after working here for ages. Ha! For those wondering why we didn't get the police involved at all, it's South Africa, and it's really far more of a hassle than it's worth. Doubly so considering I was far more amused by her attempted assault than hurt in the slightest. Nothing like a good old crossover episode between entitled parents and choosing beggars. Though honestly, boys, I understand this kid's upsettedness completely. Is upsettedness a word? Yeah, I think so. I understand his upsettedness completely because when I was his age, that was exactly what was on my wish list for Christmas every year, was really nice, expensive hand cream. I could not give a crap about chocolates. I would rather take the hand cream any day of the week. I'm right there with you, buddy. Bravo for you for sticking up to get that glorious, amazing hand cream. Hey y'all, so I really need some money and I'm low-key good at crocheting, so if you want a cute top or something, hit me up. I'm too scared to talk to girls, so I had to model this myself. Can I have a hat? $15. I could knit it myself though. then beep and do it. I wonder if people realize how stupid this actually sounds. Like, imagine me as a YouTuber saying this to you. Hey, you should check out the latest video I made. Yeah, I'll do it later when I have time. Well, I can just watch it myself. I don't need you. Searching for a photographer for my wedding. Here are my requirements. I must be willing to job for free. Must have at least 8 years of experience. Must be at the wedding all the time. No breaks. Bring your own food and drinks. I think the most amusing thing about this particular post is that underneath it says, be the first to like this. But actually, guys, I wish that this was actually something in my local area, because I would jump the gun on this. You know what I would do? I would take a small little mini camera that was disguised as a flower and put it on my suit, okay? And then I would go and pretend to be a photographer and take the job and then absolutely sabotage this person's wedding. And then when they asked, what were you doing? You ruined my wedding. I would just be like, hey, you get what you pay for. Oh, and yes, I would be putting the entire edited video up here on the channel. So if any of you guys know anybody who wants a free photographer with, I think I'm 20 years old, so I have at least 19 years of experience. So there you go. If you want one of those, hit me up. You know, my socials are down below. Oh, and follow me on Twitter, okay? Even if you don't need a photographer, go follow my Twitter and join the Discord. A relatively new friend did this the other day. We have a lot of mutual friends, but we are more like acquaintances, but we'll grab a beer after the gym occasionally. He is a single dad who gets his kid every other weekend, hates his job, etc. Makes about $75,000 a year and should be okay financially, but for some reason, he isn't. He asked me to meet him for coffee one day. Perfectly normal thing for us to do. I could tell he was working up to something. After a while, he asked me to loan him $3,000 because he was behind on his rent and was going to be evicted in a week. He knew that I had the ability to loan him the money, so I couldn't really use that as an excuse. So I told him that I just don't loan money to friends. However, because of the industry I'm in, I know a person that runs a non-profit that is designed for exactly this situation. I told him about it and he seems to think it's a great idea. I called my contact there and gave her his name and told her it would be a personal favor to me if she fast-tracked his application. She sent me links to everything and I forwarded it all to him. About a week later, I called her to see how it went and she said that he never followed up. I called him and he said it was just too much paperwork and not worth the effort. Really? You can't fill out 30 minutes worth of paperwork for a free $3,000? Then he asked me again to loan him the money. I can just imagine how that last conversation about loaning the money went. Hey bro, can you give me the money now? I never did get it from that thing. Well, I don't really want to give you the money. Well, why not? Well, it's too much trouble. It's not worth the effort. I gotta go to the bank and then take the money out of the account and have to worry about the IRS seeing it. And then I have to go all the way over to you. And then I have to give you the money, and then I have to hound you to give it back later, and then I gotta do all those things again to put it back in. It's just really not worth the trouble. I would dump a guy if he got me a nasty, cheap Pandora ring from my engagement. A guy should spend 20% of his yearly salary on a ring. Don't you agree, girls? #weddings. #travel. You know what? I am right there with you, girlfriend. In fact, I'm gonna go write an amazing tweet of my own. Hold up one sec. Alright, what do you think of mine right here? I'm tired of guys being expected to get the engagement rings. Time for women to step up and do their part. And don't even come at me with that Jared crap. #what a catch. #r/nice guys. #the way it should be. #this is totally not a joke. Alright guys, well that was r/Choosing Beggars. Really hope you all enjoyed it. Thank you all so much once again for watching. Really do appreciate it. We are so close to getting to 1,000 subscribers. So if you want to see more videos like this, you want to help support the channel and help us grow and get to our amazing goal, be sure and subscribe. I would definitely appreciate it. I love subscriptions, I love views, likes, all that awesome stuff. It helps keep me going on YouTube. And once we hit 1,000 subscribers, I've got a special story time video coming of the time I had to run a lap around the school for saying the word steal. So if you want to see that, give me to 1,000 subs. And if you guys want to see videos on other subreddits, please let me know down in the comments which one specifically you want to see. This will probably be the last Choosing Beggars video I make is I'd like to go around to all the different subreddits and make videos on them. And just make maybe one for each, and we'll see where it goes from there. So yeah, thank you all again for watching. Until next time, I'm your Skascarte de Utica. This has been r/ChoosingBeggars, and I will see you all at the top.
There goes a sight from my soul.